Keep playing. Well, we're going to continue our talk about Lebanon and Egypt. And let's see. I'm going to play this while we're talking.
So tell me about the neighbors. They have mostly gone, is that right?
Most of them are gone. For instance, if you go to this building,
We started this lady here. She's an architect.
Used to be a lot of people.
And she has decided to leave Lebanon.
Here and one neighbor, they left. In this building also, you can see they didn't even repair the glass.
Having lost her husband 5 years ago and her job as an architect just before COVID, Lena is losing the battle to stay.
Since the blast, everything worsened. Every day is worse than the day before. I was told my apartment was gone, this one, after I lost my job. I couldn't find a new job. Money is still stuck in the bank. So everything is pushing us out. And people that don't go out, that means they don't have the possibility.
It was supporting her daughter Maria's pre-medical studies that kept Lena here. But now Maria is telling her mother to leave Beirut.
It's a quite tough decision because I wanted to stay here, to stay with my family, to feel like I'm in my home. It's my home here. I don't want to leave. I want to study here, surrounded by my family, some of my friends, but the rest of my friends are all now abroad. They are all outside of Lebanon.
So in order to finance her daughter's studies, Lena is looking for care work in France.
Look, you've come to a difficult decision now.
Very difficult, because we've never been, my daughter and I, we have only each other. In 2 words, we only have each other.
What does it look like from now? Do you have a date in mind? Do you have a flight booked? Do you have a job that you're going to try and get?
I don't have a job. I have a flight booked, 8th of November.
The cataclysmic port explosion of August 2020 was a body blow to a country already marred in crisis. There's been a determination, though, to rebuild and to hang on despite the vicissitudes of fate. This is a place where connections are made and abandoned as the circumstances demand. In this case, cables from generators carry private electricity supplies for many because the national grid is so unreliable. And when a local generator operator goes bust, someone else steps in, and the new wires go up. There are so many different power struggles going on here now that some fear open conflict could soon be added to the country's list of woes.
I cannot imagine what also we have like a problem is no health, no food, no gas, no electricity, no hope.
No hope. Now we transition to Egypt. Remember, I told you about my friend whose wife makes 1,800,000 Lebanese pounds a month, and their electric bill was 1,800,000 Lebanese pounds, her whole salary. And the electricity, as you saw, the wires, electricity is not reliable at all. It is just a mess. Now let's transition to Egypt, because we're supporting both Lebanon and Egypt. $1 oh, it's on the kind of a, yeah, okay. $1 is 15.6 Egyptian pounds. Okay? 15.6 Egyptian pounds. When we lived in Egypt, it was 4.50, then became 5, then it became 6. Now it's 15.6 Egyptian pounds for $1. Food is very expensive in Egypt. A family of 4, this is the average family of 4. They're, maybe I should Yeah, I need to point to it. Could we turn this on, please? So, yeah, right there, almost. Yeah, don't know. It's on, it's on lock. That's okay. I can manage. Yeah, it's on, it's on. No, no, see, this is on. This is not. Okay, that's fine. I got this from people I know in Egypt, and I double-checked it on the internet. You don't trust the internet at all, but I had three sources actually. Food for a family of four is about 3,000 and 4,000 Egyptian pounds. And I put the equivalent of it in US dollars. That's $192. Electricity, depending on whether you have an air conditioning unit or not, it can run between 500 and 1,000 Egyptian pounds, which is 32 to 64 US dollars. Phone, about 500 Egyptian pounds. Keep all these in mind, please, because we're going to go to the next slide is going to tell us a lot. If you want to have Wi-Fi at home, and many kids are doing school online and they need Wi-Fi, 300 to 500, depending on the bandwidth you want. Water is about 150 pounds a month. To buy a used car is between 150,000 and 200,000 Egyptian pounds. In our church, a pastor's salary is 7,600 Egyptian pounds a month, which is about $487. So now if you add up all this, 3,000 and 1,000 here, that's 4, minimum of 4,500 to just have the necessities, okay? That's not counting gasoline. I couldn't get a price for gasoline now, but about a year ago it was 7 pounds for 1 liter, which means about 26 pounds for a gallon. Yeah. Now, our pastors are not well paid, but they're much better paid than anyone else who works for the church. Okay? Here's an example. Well, I'll come back to this. Here's an example. 2 teachers that work at our school, they're not Adventists. I think we have only 6 Adventists now working at the school, I think, out of 80-some employees. The 2 teachers make between 2,000 and 2,500 Egyptian pounds. When food for a family of 4 is 3,000. They don't even make enough money to buy food. Children at school, we're helping them. We need to help them. We've helped them last year, we've helped them the year before. We need to help them this year again. They need 12,400 for one family, 6,600 for another family. Those are teachers who work at the school. And one family, the father is out of work, they need 5,200. Because they're not Adventist, they get paid less than 1/3 of what the Adventists get paid, just because they're not Adventists. And so they depend on private lessons. After school, they go eat lunch, and they just leave the house and go give private lessons just to make ends meet. They work till 10, 11, 12 at night, and then they go back home to start the day again. We have a need for one at our academy. They need 10,000 pounds. The father is suffering from a serious disease, cannot work. They need 10,000. We have a lady who works at our school. She makes 1,660 pounds a month, when food for a family of 4 costs between 3,000 and 4,000. She makes 1,660, 1,660. After school, she goes home and cooks and sells food. She's on her feet, making stuffed grape leaves and stuffed zucchini and stuffed eggplant and other different foods, and sells to people who would buy, again, to make ends meet. Her daughter graduated high school, and here's a very interesting thing about high school in Egypt. When you take your high school exam, it's a government exam, everybody takes it on the same day in every governorate or a state. Everybody takes it on the same day, same exact questions. And depending on your score, the government tells you what to study and where to study. Depending on your score on that final one final exam, the government tells you where to go to study and what to study. In this case, this lady's daughter scored what qualified her for trade school. She wants her daughter to improve herself. The mother makes 1,660 a month, can't even make ends meet without working 5, 6, 10 hours after school just to cook and sell the food. She wants her daughter to get a better life. So she's begging, I want to send her to a college, a private college. And believe me, private colleges don't cost this unless they are not the best, okay? The good private colleges, you'd pay in dollars, you'd pay $40,000, $60,000, $70,000 a year. This is private college. She's paying 20,000 Egyptian pounds, which is about $1,282. So she's asking, can we please help her with the tuition for the college? This previous slide, and I'm gonna quit. A man, his roof fell. Where's the previous? You disconnected me? That's okay. Oh, here you go. This slide here. His roof fell, and he needs 30,000 pounds to repair his roof, and he did repair it. We actually sent him the money, and he repaired it. But you see, when you send $1,900 to repair a roof, the donation's kind of. So what I'm saying is, thank you. Thank you, Yountville Church, for helping the people in Egypt and in Lebanon, because the needs are great. God bless you.